Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the next episode of the Futures Flow course. In today's episode, this is going to be the second part to talking about the POC. Specifically, we're going to talk about where the volume shows up in the candle and how we can look at the POC to determine whether the next few candles are going to be bearish or bullish on the chart. So, TDU has this feature called Trap Traders, and what it is I worked with the dev and I asked him to mark out the candles where most of the volume in the candle on a red candle shows up at the top, and it will give this little Trap Traders marker right here, and then opposite on a green candle, right? And then on a green candle where most of the volume shows up on the bottom third of the candle, you can see right here most of the volume is showing up at the bottom of the candle with very little volume at the top. So on a green candle, it'll show up when there's most of the volume at the bottom of the candle and very little at the top, and then the red is the complete opposite. Now the question is, how can we use this to benefit us on a daily basis? Now remember from the last video we were looking for POCs with 2000 and above. So the way we could use this is for looking at the amount of trap traders that are going on, and we can find that through the amount of volume, but I specifically like to look at the POC. So in this case, in this scenario right here, we can see we have the Trap Traders logo right here because most of the volume is happening on the bottom third of the candle with very little at the top on a green candle. Now if you look at the POC, you can see that there's 3,000 on each side, showing a lot of people entering the markets or exiting the markets in this area. So this marks for one a significant area, and then on top of that we have a Trap Traders feature which shows that this is a very bullish scenario, and then what comes after that is a Delta Slingshot, and obviously this went up for a very solid amount of points. Now let's take this example. For instance, right, we do have a stacked imbalance show up, which adds a bit more confluence to this. Obviously it didn't get a huge push down, but do we have a lot of traders being trapped based on the POC? It's only 787 and 675, so not a lot of traders being active in the markets right here. Alright, here's another good example. So for one back here, you can see that we only had 800 and 800 on the bid and ask. Not a lot of traders being trapped right here, but we do have the feature because most of the volume showed up right here. Now you can see based on it, it looks kind of weird, right? So you can see how it forms, right? We're very flat right here, okay, and then we extend out a bit right here, and we come back in, and then we extend out again, and it looks like that, right? Looks very choppy based on the volume. So for one, this isn't that great of a trap trader. But let's take this one down here, for example. What do we see? Get out the path tool. It's flat, very low volume. Then we extend out, and then we come back in, right? Very nice volume setup right there. And then on top of that, what do we see? 1800, 2000 with the Trap Trader feature, and you see that we get a push up there, right? Here is another great example of looking how clean the volume bars are, right? It's pretty flat, pretty low volume right here, and then we get this nice little extension in volume, and it goes back down, right? That's a really clean volume. We don't like it when it looks like that, and like that, right? Let's compare the two. Whoops. Right? We don't want two big volume nodes. We want one big volume node with the other one having a little bit of volume, right? This is another good example. One really big volume node with little volume at the top on a green candle. You know, and this one's actually even like the ideal volume node, right, compared to this one. But this one just had so much volume. You can see 2000 with the Trap Traders. You obviously got to push up, but you can see we do have some volume right here. Ideally you want to see it like this, but this is fine too, as long as it doesn't go like boom and then straight back down and then boom, right? But this one ideally would be the best scenario right here. Right, here's another good example. On a red candle, we get the huge volume node right here at the top of the candle, and then it comes very flat at the bottom of the red candle. You can see we get a nice push down right there. But very simple, right? You're analyzing how many contracts are being transacted on the POC, and you're analyzing how the volume is forming on the candle and what kind of pattern it's forming in, and based on that we can use it as confluence in our plays, or if we're looking to enter position we can use it as confluence.